17. Don't know if it works.
I wish I got the beginning of it.
Go.
We have a new NBA champion. Welcome to the show, everybody. We are recording West Coast Sports Junkies, episode number 24. The best time you've ever had on a podcast. We're here for you, the Four Musketeers. That's right. We are not live, but we're here, and it's going to be an amazing show. We got a new champion in the NBA. Very cool. We've got the Release the Kraken stuff to go over. We've got some UFC. We've got the Dirty Talk is back, and boy, is it ever going to be dirty from some of the headlines I've seen. So great episode for you tonight. Don't forget to follow us and log on to our website at westcoastsportsjunkies.ca. But first beer of the night, we're gonna do something that Ty picked up. I'm not sure exactly who picked this up. It's called the Wild Eye Blue Margarita. Dan, why don't you tell us a little bit about this beer?
Yeah, I'm going to bring this beer in. It was Ty's idea. I did a little bit of research. We went out to North Van over the weekend. We went to Wild Eye Brewing. Had a few flights, tasted some, did some, experimenting, and we came up with the Blue Margarita. I'm going to read off, taking over from Mike. Brewed with crystal clear North Shore water, malted barley, wheat, oats, the amazing Sons of Vancouver Blue Curaçao, hops, yeast, lime, and salt, as an IBU of 3. And a pretty high percentage, actually, of 7.5%.
Uh-oh.
And let's give it a crack. I'm going to pour it in a glass so you guys can see the color. It's very fitting for our Seahawks fans. Sorry.
Seahawks. Yeah, that's
Seahawks.
exactly what these guys are.
Seahawks fans listening.
You guys see that there? It's like a lime green beer.
Looks like
Look
puke.
It's almost St. Patrick's Day.
Here, let's have a look here. I got the light on here. Wow.
Kovic, that glass is erect, bro.
Look at it, eh? Look at that. It kind of reminds me of something. One more time for the color. One more time. Hold
Cheers,
on.
boys.
One more time to have a look at the color. Look at that.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheerio. Woo.
Pretty sour, huh?
That's
Love the color. I'm not a fan of like that soury beer, man.
This is one of their most popular beers.
I could
from-
do one of
from
these.
being
I can't drink these. I can't drink these all day.
This is one. This is a oneer, but
Totally
it's a good
agree.
oneer.
Yeah.
It's a good oneer.
Yeah, it's sour, just like Richard Sherman not getting let into his house.
Whoa. Dirty talk.
Boom,
Dirty
boom.
talk. Save it for the dirty talk segment. Okay.
And it wasn't his house, but anyways, we'll get into that later.
Whatever. It was his uncle's house.
But yeah, so this beer was one of the most popular ones just from looking at the patio. Everyone had one of these lime green beers out on the patio on Saturday.
They must like sour keys.
So I said Dan
Ooh.
should love this beer.
Wow. It's an interesting taste. Very good. Very good. 7 two of these, you're done. 7.5 percent alcohol. Wow, that's sour, man. Jeez. Woo, I want to have some more.
That matches your boy's tank tops you got on there, eh?
Yeah, Ty, next time call me before you get dressed, huh?
Yeah.
I thought we were all wearing them tonight, man.
I don't know.
Mike, you're a little early for the CFL season with that jersey.
Hey man, I'm still pumped up for it. I'm ready to go. And I'm
Is
waiting
that-
for my my Italia jersey. I don't know what's taking you guys so long to get that for me.
shipping,
So that-
COVID.
backlog, and they don't
They
make
need
a
to
lot
sew
of
two
Italian
mediums
jerseys
together.
in big sizes. Exactly.
They need to sew two mediums together. So
So what
it's
jersey?
taking some time.
Did you want the Donnarumma jersey or did you like the goalie jersey or do you want the actual kit, the like blue jersey?
I don't know, man. It's a tough decision to make. Ty, what would you do?
Go with the goalie.
Yeah, I would go with the goalie.
Donnarumma or whatever. Dollarama.
He's he was player of the tournament, right?
Yeah, but
As well.
so do I get a gold jersey and not like a regular like blue?
It's a yellow jersey. Yeah.
It's a yellow
We'll-
jersey.
We'll see we'll see what they have.
Okay, let me know.
You could probably get just like an Italian jersey with his name. I know doesn't make sense, not the same, but we could probably figure something out for you, Mike.
Yeah, we should do authentic though. You should get the yellow jersey. I think it looks good. I think it's a good jersey.
All right.
I mean, it's not the color
Hey, you know
of
what?
this beer.
I'll leave it in your guys' hands. You guys are buying me the jersey. You know, I kind of feel superior to you guys when it comes to like this whole like soccer picking the winner thing. You guys talk amongst yourself. Just pick me a player and a jersey from the Italian team. Okay.
Okay, whatever's the cheapest tie.
I could probably find a knockoff on eBay.
Yeah. Oh, the Richmond night market's starting. I bet you they're gonna have
I'd
stuff.
be like,
Good idea. There we go.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Mhm.
All right, what are we gonna get into first, boys? You know what? The schedule says what we need to get into first, but you know what? Since the Bucks just won, why don't we start off with the Bucks? What happened there, Ty?
Yeah, it was a very impressive turnaround the way the series started. The Suns had a 2-0 series lead. It looked like they were going to go on to just dominate the series. And then it did look like it was going to be a home court kind of series. Phoenix won 2 at home. Bucks went home, took care of business at home. And then obviously the big swing game was game 5, where the Bucks actually were down like 15-16 after the first quarter, came back and ended up taking that game. And then tonight they were led by the Greek Freak there.
Greek Freak.
50 points. He had like 14 rebounds, I think 5 or 6 blocks, just like an all-time finals performance. And yeah, I'm super happy for him. He's a really good guy. There was a lot of talk. Yeah, the Greek Freak. There's a lot of talk about him deciding to stay in Milwaukee because he signed a huge deal this past offseason. And turns out he made the right decision and brought them their first NBA title in 50 years.
Boom. The Greek Freak, the Malacca. Shout out to Cleo.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, Ty, we were just watching the game at the end there, and there was like 65,000 people outside the stadium. That's insane. Like the place is max capacity in the stadium. So, I mean, good for them that they obviously can have a championship at home, given the circumstances we've been living in for quite some time. So good to have a big win at home. And yeah, no, the whole series. I mean, I know I got to send some apologies out for sure. I picked the Suns in 6, CP3 to win MVP. Oh my God, the Black Cloud has really been hovering around every single, at least my Tampa team won. So thank God for that. But yeah, no, it was a great final. It was great to see like 2 teams that haven't been there forever. And you know, props to the Greek Freak. You know, he didn't have to recruit or have some super team to win. And I think, yeah, it'll be that much more memorable for him. Good on him.
The Greek Freak. Love that.
I will say it was a weird NBA playoffs in terms of just all the major injuries, which kind of, I think, led to these 2 teams being in the finals. Not necessarily the only reason, but it was different. But it was nice to see, like you said, 2 different teams, because we're used to the same team, same players being in there year after year, right?
Yeah, we are.
True. But you know, Ty, you know what? I disagree. You know, LeBron has been tweeting, he's been yapping, flapping about, you know, short turnaround on the season, COVID lock or shorted season, blah, blah, blah. You are a professional athlete. I'm sorry. Yeah, it sucks that you get injured, but you are a professional athlete. You get paid a hell of a lot of money, more than a hell of a lot of money to play the sport that you love.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm sorry. Suck it up. It sucks maybe for the fans that you don't have.
Yeah,
like,
no, it wasn't
all-star
only him.
players,
There was
but
4 or 5 big injuries in the playoffs, and I
for
wasn't
sure. Yeah,
saying
there's no, and
So
we're
it
already
led
seeing
to.
it. We're already seeing it in football.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
mean,
say
you're
anything
already
about
today
that. I
had,
was just saying it
yeah.
led to potentially 2 teams you wouldn't normally see in there. But anyways,
Yeah, and guys,
good for
even
them,
Giannis,
and they took advantage of it.
Yeah, Giannis was injured too. Like
Yeah.
not that long ago. Do you guys see that that injury he had to his knee, like a hyperextended or whatever? That was crazy.
Yeah, he
Come
missed a few
back
games in the Eastern Final actually.
Yeah, and then
the
come back
Bucks
the way he
played
did
well.
and score 50 points tonight, man. That's insane and well deserved in my mind. For sure.
Yeah, and I think we'll find out he's probably been playing on some sort of injury from that.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
how is it that the NBA doesn't have to acknowledge that stuff? I would have bet on Milwaukee to win. Thank God I didn't the first game, because he didn't. They said he wasn't even going to be playing. He ended up playing. They still lost, so thank God. They could have taken my money for sure.
well, a lot of people do.
But yeah, congrats to the Bucks.
Congrats to the Bucks. Cheers
Fear
to
the deer.
Really.
Fear the deer.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to them.
Cheers.
This beer. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's the team I
go
was
ahead.
cheering for as well going into it, just because of the logo, man, and that size of that buck. Everyone's like, why do you care for the Bucks? I mean, I really don't. I just like that logo, man, and that's a trophy buck, dude. Like, I'm rooting for those guys.
Yeah, and Milwaukee is my favorite brand of tools. So, and the buck.
There you go.
And the Greek Malacca free.
We were actually in Milwaukee last year. Maybe we brought them some good luck, Dan, being down there last year, right before COVID kicked off.
Yeah, it was one of our last trips there.
And yeah, it was too bad. We actually wanted to go to a Bucks game, but they were not in town when we were down there. But while we're talking about champions, why don't we go from the NBA to the Lynx for the Open Championship this weekend?
Who won the shot bet? Nobody.
Mike.
Nope. Nobody, but I finished. I had Spieth, who was runner-up. So
Then I have Spieth.
I win. No.
I had Spieth.
No, you didn't. You
Yes,
took
I
DJ.
did.
You took DJ.
Do you want to bet?
No.
I'll bet you right now I had Spieth in this realm of betting.
I thought you took. Well, there's so many. I thought you took DJ.
Exactly. But here I picked Spieth.
Okay, well, no one won the tournament, right? So
no one won the tournament. So let's do a shot of.
I think that Ty needs Ty was a shot just for that comment right there. That he just.
Well, I was confused.
He tried to steal Spieth from me.
No, I was confused
because Spieth won him money.
That's why I was confused. I did win the golf tour, right? So that's why I had him too. But anyways, it was a good tournament as always. The Open. I didn't get a lot of sleep on the weekend. I woke up really early Saturday, Sunday to watch the the third and fourth rounds, and then I stayed up really late the first round because it started 10:30 our time. I know Mikey stayed up the first night to watch a bit. But no, I was a little disappointed in the weather. It was way too nice over there for the Open. Like the sun was out, there was very little wind, scores were way too low.
You're right. Usually it is pretty shitty weather over there. Like it's rainy and windy.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's a tough course. They had some tough pins. Obviously, like those, you hit it in one of those pot bunkers. It's almost like a lost shot right there, especially off the fairway. But no, we had some similar familiar names that have been up there. Louis Oosthuizen again was in contention, led pretty much from the start. And again, he couldn't close the deal on
he's
Sunday.
Been playing some really, really good golf, man. Lately.
He's a great pick for fantasy pools, but like to win, the guy just can't get it done.
But I find it really tough picking him because he's like, I don't know. He was like, in his prime 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like back when he won his major, I think he's only won one. Maybe he's won two, but
he's only won one.
Yeah, it was about 10 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough. It's tough to pick him when you have all these youngsters that are like, superstars. You got Spieth, you got DJ, you got JT, Rom. You know what I mean? It's tough to pick Oosthuizen. But
I don't know
And
I don't know what it is about why he can't get over the hump for his. He's finished like, I don't know how many he's been top 3, but it's pretty crazy. Like 9 or 10 majors he's been top 3 in.
Really,
And
that
3, I
many?
think, this year. Oh yeah.
yeah, and with this particular major, like with Louis Yu and like with Spieth, all the top guys, they all said that they played well enough to feel like they could win this tournament, and it was just Morikawa that just came out, unstoppable basically
That final
on
round
Saturday,
was
Sunday, and it's just like, wow, man, this guy comes out of nowhere and just takes it,
that final round was as an impressive of a round as I've seen, honestly. Man, it's hard to say, like, in terms of how clutch he was. He reminded me of Tiger out there.
It's so young, right?
Especially with Spieth chasing him down. Spieth started really slow on Sunday. He bogeyed 2 of the first like 4 holes, but he got that eagle, went on a little run, and he was like right on his heels all around. But Morikawa made a few bad swings, and he'd hit another good recovery shot and then sink a long par putt. No bogeys on Sunday for him. It was like an unreal performance. It was frustrating because I wanted Spieth to win it, obviously. But he just didn't blink, man. The guy didn't make a mistake. Like I said, he made a few bad swings, but he bailed himself out and sunk some long par putts.
Really?
And
I would agree with you, Ty. I think that he played lights out, and I don't know if it's like his age, like he's too young to even know like what he's accomplishing right now. You know what I mean? Like I read some like stats where it's like he's won more tournaments than he's like missed the
cuts.
So he's won like 5 of 9 tournaments, and 2 of them being majors or something like that in the PGA. It's like, whoa, what the hell? Who's this guy? Where'd he come from? You know what I mean? And
no, he has more tourney wins.
He's under
more tourney wins than missed cuts, but it's more than 9 tournaments. But
yeah,
it's still an insane stat. And he joins Tiger as the only player under 25 to win both the PGA and the Open.
No way.
Yeah, and a really short list.
I was surprised to hear that
have only won 2 majors.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 25 guys, and only a handful of those guys are still alive today. So it's amazing the accomplishments that this guy has done this year and in his short golf career. And obviously we look forward to see what he has to bring going forward, because absolutely he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and he's great. He's a great face for the game of golf. Really good kid. I don't know. He doesn't have that crazy like excitement factor out there, but I think that's just because he was so good. Like he had a few like fist pumps on those long par putts, but like he doesn't show a ton of emotion, which I think is a positive for him, because he's just so consistent out there.
One thing that stands out to me is like, did you hear like the replays going back with him discussing with his caddy, like certain shots, like that's a 35 and you blah blah blah. Like,
yeah,
they're like getting into the nitty gritty details of each and every single shot, and like only they can understand what the hell they're saying. Like, that's a 35. Loft, blah, 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 hit it a little left to center, but you know what I mean? It's like,
they'll talk a little bit about the wind direction.
Yeah.
Where it's going to hit. Like they're so good, man. These guys, they're so precise. They can think all those things. They pick their landing spot.
Detail and that like ability to be able to hit that shot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to hit a little cut, a little draw, draw a little right or whatever. Like, come on, man.
Whereas we're just looking at the green and like, let's just put her on there, try to hit it close.
We're
like,
praying
however we get there.
Like, come on, move.
100%.
Yelling at the ball. Like,
now, did you guys?
Speed does.
Let's talk about the opposite real quick of consistency. Do you guys see DeChambeau?
Oh my God, that was music to my ears. I love it when the professionals hit it into the woods, hit it into the grass, can't find their ball, and blame their clubs. That was like the quote of the week. Cobra's fault, his driver's fault. Oh my God. Did you see all the memes are obviously popping up with Brooksy in his interview? He's like, oh, I really loved my drive today. It was on point.
Oh yeah, he was getting trolled by everybody.
But no, even DeChambeau, oh my God. Like, honestly, I mean, my opinion, I think, he brought something different that no one has seen in golf, obviously. But it's like, when you're swinging the club like 200 miles an hour, you can't expect it to go straight every time. When it does, great. They're like bombs. But when it doesn't, he's 3 holes over. So
absolutely, man, I agree with you. That's one of the reasons why I thought that DeChambeau would not fare well in the British Open, just because the link style, you have to, they're narrow fairways, and you got lots of elements. You got the wind, you usually have weather to deal with. In this case, you didn't, but you still had wind and narrow fairways, and he's bombing it out there as far as he can. But you're not just in 2-3 inch rough.
Yeah,
you're in 6-inch fescue. What are you gonna do? You can't muscle it out of that, right?
100%.
And that was his sort of theory going into it, the scientist, right? So yeah, exactly. I didn't see this course faring well for his game style, and I don't actually see many of the British Opens going forward, fitting his game style if he continues to play the way he does.
Yeah, did you see him getting trolled on social media as well by even Justin Thomas, who's normally pretty quiet about those things? Dan, did you see that tweet?
Yeah, I did see it because I picked him in our other big pool.
What did he call him? Mr. Physics?
Mr. Physics, yeah. And that's what he said. He's like, honestly,
I did see
when you swing the club 135 miles an hour, how do you expect it to go straight every time?
Yeah.
And that was his thing. And he's right. I mean, yeah, again, as an average golfer watching, yeah, it's pretty insane to have some guy that
Dan's like
the same.
Yeah, I know, bro. Same problems over here, man.
Right. That's why I don't even use my driver anymore. I told you guys about that.
And you slow it down to 90 miles an hour.
Half
right?
swing, use more hips.
Yeah.
I could teach him a few things. But yeah, no, I mean, for sure. It was pretty crazy to see in the beginning when, DeChambeau, this guy comes jacked out of COVID, puts on 60, 70 pounds, bombing drives, all the clubs the same length. For sure. It was something to talk about on the tour. But now what? He's not really doing anything impressive.
We'll see if he changes his outlook here on golf and maybe tries to dial it back a bit.
This just reminded me of my buddy, our buddy Steve Hartley, right? So he one time he's like, so he's a big dude. He's 6'5", 6'6", something like that. He chopped his putter down to maybe a foot and a half. And he's like, because I'm closer to the ground. So I'm closer to the ball. So it makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
So he chops his putter down. He's playing golf, and then we're with some friends are like, "Yo, man, maybe you should get a bigger putter." And he's like, "Shut up." Anyways, he ends up giving this putter to my son, who's 3 years old at the time, right? Steve Hartley, who's an adult, 6'6",
Yeah.
Anyways, It just reminded me of that.
That is true. Maybe we should start calling Steve the scientist out there because he's always tweaking things and
he's always got to figure
trying out new
right?
things.
Every time he goes to the driving range, he's fixed something.
That is golf, though. I will say that is golf, man. It's an ongoing battle, especially for us.
Oh yeah,
us weekend golfers. But yeah, congrats to Colin Morikawa, and the FedEx Cup playoffs are coming up in a few weeks. It's crazy. The end of the golf season is near.
Yeah, early apologies because I'm sure Mike will be picking him if he gets first pick in any of our next pools. Morikawa is coming out. Never mind Brooks. Never mind DJ. Spieth that
hey man,
around,
I don't usually get first pick. It's
Morikawa
usually Gomez that
now.
gets first pick.
Oh
man.
my god.
Oh,
He's like Morikawa.
Oh yeah.
Time. There's some guys that just happen to they live under a black cloud. Almost everything they does turns bad. We saw that in a couple of movies. Remember in The Bronx Tale, the one guy that anytime he placed the bet, everybody's going to lose. He was just unlucky. I saw guys like that on the street. I don't know what it is. You call it karma. I don't believe in that. Some guys just are unfortunate, man. They have this black cloud hanging over them.
All right. Well, welcome back. That was some good golf talk, eh? This beer is not really going down very fast, but it's because it's so green and sour. But speaking of green and sour, Seahawks? No, I'm just kidding. We'll get into that in the dirty talk a little bit later, even though he doesn't play for the Seahawks anymore. He was in Seattle. Green and sour. Okay, another Emerald City team released the Kraken. Would that not be the coolest situation to be in? You've got Giordano, you've got Carey Price, you've got Tarasenko, you've got everybody, man. This is awesome, Ty.
It's unbelievable, man.
I love that shirt behind you, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I brought it out for the episode tonight, obviously. But no, man, that list, like, there's some, I guess they're like older players now that kind of underperformed, but like Matt Duchene, Max Domi, Jonathan Drouin, Eberle. Like, you go down this, there's a lot of
Tourists.
solid. Tourist is not.
Tourist doesn't even count.
He's
They
big time, but they could take him potentially, and get like a draft pick for taking him off their books. But I don't think his cap hit's too high. But anyways, even the goalies they can choose from, man. Like you mentioned, Price, Ben Bishop, Holtby, Halak, Quick, Chris, what's his name, Drieger from Florida, who was had a really good year last year. That rookie in Washington, Vanacek. But yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited for tomorrow night to see, what their team's going to look like. Obviously, we saw how well the Vegas Knights did after their expansion draft, going straight to the Cup Finals.
So I got an internal poll question here for the team here.
Okay,
Mike, and I'll go one by one. Mike, do you take Price?
Would I take Price? I mean, yes, I would.
Okay, yes.
You set your team on a defensive foundation, and you want to look at Vegas. They took Fleury, right?
Yeah.
So you want to take. I think that you want to take. You want to take an established goalie that's gonna, be the franchise player. I would take Price. I know he's a high price tag, but that's the guy I would take if he was available. And he is. That's who I would take.
That's a Hall of Fame goalie. Ty, do you take Price? Do you take Price?
I think I would take Price, but I think a lot of it would come down to, obviously, they're planning out their team. They're looking at their options. He's got a huge cap hit, obviously, and
$10 million.
He's gonna be on your books for years.
Ooh.
He's got the rest
5
of his
years.
contract.
5
so
years.
I say yes, but I want to say depending on how you've kind of scouted out the rest of your team, where you think you're going to be allocating that money into other positions. But short answer, yes. Like you guys said, Hall of Fame goalie, start your franchise off with a bang, start from the back end. It worked well in Vegas with Fleury. And, Price I think he played his junior hockey in the Seattle area or in Washington State. And obviously we've talked about it, he's from BC. So there's some kind of local connections there. I think it would be like, from a marketing standpoint, it would be, and a team standpoint, right? If you want to win now, obviously, and start your franchise off right, I like it. I say yes.
His wife is from Washington State. So, Dan, you take Price or you don't?
Absolutely not. Not. I would not take him. His contract's way too big. He's an aging goalie. And I think you guys are blind from this past Stanley Cup final. When was the last time outside of this season that Montreal has made it to the Stanley Cup final? Yes, Price is their make it or break it on their team. But for an expansion draft for a team, you don't want to be putting all a quarter of your salary into a few players with Price. Other goalies that are younger, better contracts, and that guy from Florida, younger guy, I would take him. I would not take Price. They're already talking that he's injured. Word on the street from the GM is that he probably needs to have knee surgery.
Well, that's
whether that's bullshit, just so people stay away from him. But
yeah,
no, I wouldn't take him.
I think that's leaked on purpose. But
I wouldn't take
who knows?
Goalies, yeah, you need to have a goalie in the playoffs. You need to have scoring to actually win games.
So you said that Price would be a quarter of your salary cap. It would actually be 1/8.
Well, whatever.
Okay, let me ask
that
you
was
this,
an
Govit.
exaggeration.
Would you
but you're
take
putting
Price
a big,
as your
big
goalie?
chunk into your? Who would be my first pick? I think their number one the Kraken's number one priority should be Tarasenko. Boom, sign him and build around that.
He's got a pretty big contract too, doesn't he?
Yes, Govik. He's a top guy.
Not
Govik,
as
let's
much
ask
as,
you: would
a
you take
goalie.
Price to set your foundation?
I think I would. I think it's hard to say no to Hall of Fame goalie. It's hard to say no to that.
I think the problem is right now is if you look back at the Vegas Knights, right, and they're the number one franchise I think in all professional sports, expansion team to come out, and they started off with Fleury, amazing goalie. Same thing here. You got the ability to take Price, amazing goalie. I mean, I think you got to do it. That's what I would do. But I'm not the GM, so who cares what I think?
I mean, it'd be hard to say no to that. That's a good start, and then you can get a Tarasenko and a Giordano, and then fill the rest of your team with Eberle's and Turrises and guys like that. Their contracts aren't huge.
You're dropping some big names, man. I don't know.
And those guys have big contracts.
If we have that team,
I said their contracts are not huge.
Well, yeah, they're not huge, but they add up.
Turris is on a cheap deal. I think he's near the end of his career. Like I say, if they take him, it's going to be doing. Where is he? Edmonton, right?
They should be going for.
Yeah, they'll be doing him
Jeff
a favor.
Skinner. I think he would be a solid pick. Tarasenko, that they have to sign him. That
I would take Eberle myself. Eberle.
So Ron Francis is the GM, right, of the Kraken.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah. So I don't really envy him right now, man. He's got a tough job ahead of him, especially these last couple of days going in. Well, tomorrow's the draft, so he's all this commotion going around. These guys are going to be announcing the picks, and these are how many picks they got and stuff. It's going to be tough
just because they draft a player, right, doesn't mean that they're staying on their team. They could if they wanted, they could draft 5 goalies, with the intention of trading a few away. So obviously they're working the phones, they're talking to everybody, which they can do. Teams will say, hey, we'll give you, look what happened with Vegas. We'll give you a second round pick and this prospect not to select this guy that we had to expose, right, on their list. And vice versa. Say Tarasenko, say another team really wants Tarasenko. Well, the Kraken will pick him, and they'll probably already be negotiating on the asking price for Tarasenko. So who knows what's going to happen that way. But let's bring it a little local here. Let me ask you guys a question. If you were the Kraken, so as we know, they have to pick at least one player from every NHL team. Who would you pick from the Canucks? And I'm going to read you our available players real quick. Beagle, Eriksson, Highmore, McEwen, Roussel, Virtanen, Bowie, and Holtby.
I would take retired announcer
Who the hell?
Tom Larscheid. I would take Tom Larscheid. Okay,
that's who You're
I don't know about any of those guys.
If you're the Kraken looking at that list, it's geez.
That tweet that the Kraken put out, I laughed my ass off. They were like, "Oh, the Canucks did a really good job at protecting their protecting their players because they don't have any depth." I laughed.
I would take, honestly, well, to answer your question, Tyler, I would take either Virtanen or Holtby.
I would not take Virtanen purely because of that PR thing with him.
Yeah, he still got some legal trouble going on.
Oh, yeah. Is he? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Come on, man. Holtby. You're the dirty dude.
Holtby.
To answer your question, who I would take is Roussel. I think if you have to take someone, I would take Roussel. I think that he's a young player. He's got a lot of upside potential to him. That's the guy that I would go with, and that's the only reason why I would do it. I don't think there's anything really special about him but maybe you could kind of mold him to be that special player you want him to be.
Is Roussel young?
He's not that he's not that young, Mike. I think you're thinking of another. He's 31. He's not necessarily old, but I mean,
Well, he's younger than you. He's younger than you.
He's for an NHL.
He's born in '89. What? How old's that?
For an
man?
NHL player, that's not like a young
You're
player
born
you
in the
can mold.
80s. That's pretty old.
You know, he's not like a player. He is what he is. He's a third, fourth line checker. He'll chip in a few goals here and there.
Yeah, no, he'll cost you. He'll cost you.
But you're right.
Bullshit penalties too.
Yeah, well, to me,
I don't think it would be a terrible
guy
pick.
Born in 1989, he's young to me. Okay, so that is a young player
Because you're
who
born
is
in the
available.
80s. You know that,
Mike, a
you
young
know that if you're
NHL
born
player.
in 2000, you're 21. So these guys that are being drafted after this are born in like 2002, 2003. That's when we graduated.
Maybe
That's
you,
who's
you old
being
fuck.
drafted this year at 18, 2003. You're old, Mike.
Mike graduated 2001, man.
Well, yeah, me and Ty graduated 2000.
I was talking about this today. This
89
past May
is
was my
old.
20th year anniversary from graduation from Notre Dame.
20 years, eh?
Crazy.
20 years,
Wow.
man. That's insane.
Fuck.
And it came up on me. Well, it crept on me so quick, and I'm sure it's gonna. Well, Ty and Dan, you guys are not that
Couple
far
years
behind.
Yeah,
Go
couple
back
years.
next year is your 20 years, so it's it creeps up on you, man. And so,
Yeah.
anyways, I see Roussel. I see in 1989. Oh, that's who I would go with. From those names you gave me, I'm not going to take a Holtby. I'm not going to take Louis Erickson.
Well, here's a bet. Before the team is even set, the Kraken will not even make the playoffs next season.
I think the Kraken will have a better record than the Canucks.
A lot of teams will have a better record than the Canucks.
Okay, but the Kraken are inaugural season. Like, this is their first time in the NHL, and they're gonna have a better record than our 50-year-old franchise down the street here.
I think they'll make the playoffs.
I think you guys are saying this because of the success of the Golden Knights.
No,
Exactly.
we're saying this because of the fucking lack of depth with the Canucks that they don't even want to take a player.
Okay, but you can't put the pressure on the Kraken to make the playoffs next year. Is what I'm saying.
It's already on them.
It's already on them.
come
Yeah,
on.
it is.
No,
look,
way.
man.
It
Look,
is.
who's their competition to make the playoffs in the division? Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton. Who else? San Jose, LA. Come on. They're going to make
Vegas.
the playoffs. Yeah, Vegas.
There's some good teams in there, man. I mean, I'm just saying, if I was the general manager of the Kraken, how I would want to build my team would be from the goal out. I want to build it from the defense out, and it would be. I think that's what you would want to follow what the Vegas Golden Knights did, and I would want to pick the best available goalie for sure, absolutely, and I think that's Price. I know he comes with a hefty price tag. Swallow the bullet.
Fleury's contract was not $10 million. So it was fine for them to pick Fleury.
It was like 7 or 8 million.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It's probably like
That's
5
why
million.
they exposed him. No.
Hey guys,
Look it
I
up.
don't know if this is true or not,
Matt.
but I heard that Fleury might be available to the Kraken. Is that not true?
Oh,
Not-
he
he's
might
not
be available. He might be available because he's not happy with because he put in fucking Leonard again.
He's not exposed, but he might
I shouldn't say
be
that.
via trade, like down the road when everything opens up again. But what did you guys think of the Canucks trade? So there was a few trades obviously before the NHL freeze when the
Yeah.
teams had to submit their protected lists. The Canucks went out and they got another like Jim Benning favorite type of player.
Adam Gaudette.
Another bottom 6 guy. I actually have read a lot of good things about him, and he was a valuable piece of that Dallas team in the bubble that went to the finals that ended up losing to Tampa. But it just, I don't know, it didn't excite me. What do you guys think about that trade?
I didn't think it was that bad considering what went the other way. But again, if it's free agent time, like take his phone away, Daniel and Henrik, please. Just like cancel his contract or something. Cancel his phone contract. Just don't let him go. Like, do you see what free agents are going to go for? And they're all going to be like beagles. Oh man, I don't want to see any more of that.
His favorite type of player, man.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. The trade was okay. The trade was okay. It was an okay trade. It wasn't a great trade, but it was okay. I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely not his worst. Maybe we can hope for the best, and this is a sign of things to come.
But
With
his
Benning,
trades,
improving his trade. Well,
his,
I don't know
his
what
trades
he does.
aren't even that bad. It's his free agent signings that are
pretty
terrible.
bad,
Yeah.
The
Erickson.
ridiculous contracts, no trade clauses. Oh,
Yeah, we really like Beagle, and he's like a good player, and he's like got that pedigree, and
because
he's
he
like
won a Stanley Cup with another
Yeah.
team the year before on their fourth line.
Holtby, he's a good goalie. He's a winning goalie. He knows how to win the Stanley Cup. We like him,
I don't know.
Anyways.
I don't know who the hell this player is. Looking at the stats, I mean, is he really going to come out and help the team? Like, we're coming out of COVID, fans are going to be in the seats, jam-packed stadiums. Who the hell is this player, and who is going to come and want to even watch him play? I mean, I was looking at the stats. He's scored 63 points in the last 8 years. I think Mike on your Red Devils team, Machacho, who barely knows how to stop on the skates, has scored more points than that.
It's Sun Devils, not
Sun
Red
Devils, baby.
Devils,
Shout
Sun
out.
Devils. Oh, I guess I should get the name right. Sun Devils.
The Red Devils.
I'm thinking of soccer.
But yeah, this player, Dan, was not brought in to put more fans in the seats. It's a hockey move. It's trying to
I get it.
reestablish
But at this
the bottom six.
We're gonna be saying thank you, Jim, for the next 5 seasons, because at this rate, I mean, free agency. You want to make a splash? Sign someone like Tarasenko.
No.
Make it
Sign,
what you can't do anything better.
No, sign Hughes and Pedersen, man. What are you waiting for? Sign those two guys.
He still hasn't re-signed our two cornerstone players.
Here.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck. Okay.
That's what I've heard, anyways.
From who?
I've got a very
you got a what? From who? From who did you hear that?
You
I
guys
want to
just
know
wait
who you
and
heard
see.
that from.
No, when
you
it comes,
gotta what?
Every
you gotta
single
what?
week that goes by, and before you know it, we're in September, and I guarantee you, Pedersen is not resigning.
It's gonna have to be done within the next 10 days.
I will bet you
Whatever.
five shots
Did I
in
not
a row
say
and
last-
$100.
Before the season ended, that fucking Pedersen had a chip on his shoulder. There's a problem there.
Yeah,
There's a problem
he's not
there.
going to resign.
Okay.
He doesn't want to play for betting. He's got
Five
an Aaron
shots.
Rodgers
He wants to play in front of
Vancouver here.
Govek.
Five shots.
Govek wants to say dance.
Can I please finish? 5 shots in a row and $100. Pedersen signs. Deal, Dan?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, forget the $100. I'll do the
Folks,
shots.
you heard the $100 and the 5 shots. $100 and the 5 shots. If Pedersen signs, that's what I'm taking home, folks. You heard it.
No,
You
he
heard
agreed
it
to the
here.
5 shots.
I agreed to the 5
I'd much rather see
No.
the 5 shots.
No, I want the $100 too. Fuck that. Dude, we can do 5 shots all day long. I don't care. 5 shots and $100 right here. West Coast Sports Junkies.
All right. Well, yeah, tomorrow night is the expansion draft, obviously.
No, hold on. I need him to agree to that.
Yeah, I agreed to it.
Okay. There you go. There you go, folks.
Definitely.
We'll see what the Kraken look like and what our new rivals team's going to look like. I'm excited for it.
I can't wait to see them just put their jerseys on and them have better jerseys than us in the first year with better colors. I bet you that's going to happen too.
And so tomorrow is the expansion draft, but when is the actual draft? Isn't that this coming weekend?
It's Friday.
So
It's going to be a fun week of hockey.
Kraken is tomorrow, and then the rest of the NHL is on Friday. And don't they have the number 2 pick overall as well?
They do.
Wow,
Busy time for them.
What
Canucks
a
pick 9th
time.
overall, and then next week you got free agency opening.
Fucking how many times did the Canucks pick 2nd overall? Twice in 50
they
years?
when they
These
picked
guys'
the
first
Sedins.
year.
When
They picked the
Sedins,
Sedins and
second
they
and
picked Trevor Linden. Those are 2 times they had 2nd overall pick.
Never won the lottery, obviously.
No, and we never will. Cheers to the green Emerald City.
Cheers. Oh, real quick before we get off this topic, a little Seahawk connection. They're bringing in a whole bunch of former pro athletes in Seattle to announce the picks, which is going to be really cool. I read Marshawn Lynch is going to be there, Bobby Wagner. You got a Sonic connection, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton.
Wow, Sean
just to
Kemp.
Just to list a few, but it's going to be a cool thing. I saw them down at Pike Place Market practicing throwing the fish to announce the picks
Oh yeah,
at the market there. Yeah.
that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
So Sean Kemp, what dumpster did he crawl out of to get on this list?
Hey, he's doing pretty good.
He's probably running from his 8 wives that he has.
Yeah.
We had a
like
drink with him actually.
kids. We met
Was
him in
Sean
Seattle.
Kemp?
Yeah, we
Sean
met him in
Kemp.
Seattle.
Yeah.
I had
Mike, you
Sean.
remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. Absolutely.
Down there with a meat. One of those
I had-
nights.
Yeah, but of those names you just dropped, Sean Kemp's the last one on my list that I would be excited to hear about. For sure, it's Lynch and Wags, man. Absolutely.
Where's Sean Alexander? How come they didn't bring him in for this?
He's coaching a football camp right now.
Oh, is he?
No, I'm just joking. I don't know. Probably. He's
How
a
to
good
be
dude.
MVPs.
Interesting. Why didn't they put? Why didn't they ask Richard Sherman to come and make some picks?
He's in
'Cause
jail.
He's probably still in jail.
Oh right.
Waiting
Oh
to
yeah,
get
that's
bailed
right.
out.
They didn't. No, they didn't give him bail. They said no bail. We'll get to that though. We'll get to that.
They've slain the dragon! The brilliant best of Luka Modric is just too good for Scotland. Mario Mandzukic pounced, and England are hurt. Touchdown Seahawks!
Okay. All right, everybody. We got our second drink of the night from Wild Eye Brewing in North Van, the Czech Pilsner. Just reading from the can here. In October of 1842, the original Pilsner, Pivo, world by storm. Since then, corners were cut on quality and its character has been watered down. Our Czech style Pilsner is a journey back in time, and homage to the original high quality, crisp, and mouth-watering style. Brewed with crystal clear North Shore waters, Czech malts, Czech hops, Czech yeast, a whole lot of Czech. IBU of 34.8%, and we're still chasing the shack or shick, is it? From the Euro. Mike's favorite guy. Correct.
Mike's boy.
Is that it? Did I say that right, Mike? Shick?
My boy, man. Yeah, you did. Thank you,
Yeah,
Dan,
he
for
came
bringing this
second
in.
to
and-
Ronaldo, but you know what? He still did all right.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so cheers. Go ahead.
Cheers,
Cheers
boys.
to this Pivo.
Oh,
Cheers.
it's a pivo. So it looks like a pivo. It's not like the last one. Slav life, baby. Pivo. Oh yeah, baby. That's a pilsner, all right. So let's get into the actually let's get into the Meisha Tate story. What happened there, Mr. Mike?
Well, yeah, we obviously it was a fight that we were all excited for. Meisha Tate being from the Pacific Northwest,
About
and and being the former champion.
Seahawks.
Absolutely, yeah. And you know, we she was fighting Renault, and she came out and she did what I thought she was going to do for sure. She came out, she looked fantastic. She looked in great shape, especially for I follow her on social media and stuff, and I had her a couple hours before the fight, breastfeeding a child and stuff like that, which is like, wow. Now she's going to go in there and fight an MMA fight, but she did, and she did it in Meisha Tate fashion. She was taking down her opponent, ground and pound, the way she does, the way she always has done. That's just the Meisha Tate way. And at the end of the fight, obviously she won it in the third round with due to a TKO because of strikes, and she was deemed the winner. And she in the pre-fight interview she said she wasn't just here for one fight. She's here to come back and take the belt. So I'm obviously excited for that. I'm pumped to see Meisha Tate back in there. I'm happy to see her, win the way she did, look the way she did, in the shape that she came into that fight at. And I don't know, Ty, what do you think, man? How did she look to you?
Man, she looked awesome. We were actually out at Personas in Burnaby for dinner on Saturday night, but luckily they had the fights on. That's pretty much the only fight that I was really trying to pay attention to. And man, she looked awesome. She looked like vintage Meisha Tate. She looked like the early Tate, just pressured, dominated, took her down, some ground and pound. And I thought she looked a lot better than she was going to look. I thought there might be a little octagon rust, maybe. It's been a long time since she's been in the octagon, obviously. But yeah, I also follow her on social media, and her training, man. She got into some crazy shape quick, like dedication. Like you said, she's not just here for one fight, as she talked about. And I thought it was pretty cool to see all these fighters calling her out, man. Like they see she's a big name in the UFC for the women's divisions, and it was good to see that. And yeah, she got called out by a lot of contenders, so I'll be interested to see how she does, another step up in competition. It was a close fight odds wise, and she dominated, man.
She was really breastfeeding.
Yeah, like the day of the fight.
Wow.
She's got 2 kids. Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy.
And also who she fought, that Marianne Renault actually retired after that fight.
So that's the thing. That's the thing about this fight is, like, I thought that for sure Meisha Tate would. I thought Meisha Tate would win this fight. I thought the odds were closer than they should be, with Renault being 44 years of age. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Way older. Way older than Meisha Tate. Even though Meisha Tate is an old athlete, comparison to like her prime. And I thought that was there was a weird. I'd like to see what happens next. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly against a younger contender,
exactly,
someone who could challenge eventually for a title. But yeah, just step in the right direction for her. And like I said, I didn't think she'd finish the fight. I know Renault was a little older and this and that, but still a great competitor. And just, I thought there'd be some more nerves from Meisha, but she just looked like she was, she didn't miss a beat, man.
Yeah, props to Meisha. I'm going to say hot mama. Woo-wee. She's coming back. You're saying breastfeeding at the night of the fight, or she looked good. She cut. She is looking jacked. I'm excited, to see her perform going forward. And yeah, props to her. Welcome back, Meisha. Congrats on your big win.
Yeah, 100%. She looked great, all in all aspects of it. So for sure, we're pumped as the West Coast sports junkies and represent the Pacific Northwest. We got Meisha Tate. She's our girl. I mean, how can you not rep her, right? So we're obviously fans of her.
All right, we're back. So shout out to Muchacho amigo, Mr. Big Fisherman at Cultus Lake. I just wanted to say, the Blue Jays are playing. Yeah, they're going to be home in Canada soon. I guess they got the okay from the government. What, Vladdy Guerrero Jr., or what's his name? That won the, Ty, what's his name again?
Yeah, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
He's one of the best young hitters in the game, man.
Yeah. So shout out to.
He looked good.
Yeah, he looked good
the All-Star game. I don't know if you guys
game.
Watched any of that.
I didn't watch it, but I saw the highlights, and he looked pretty good. And they're the first, or no, they're not the first father-son combo to do that, but it's rare. So good on him. Good on the Blue Jays. I gotta say, I mean, they're not playing very well this season yet, but you never know. It's a 185 game season, so they could maybe be able to turn it around at some point. Anyway, shout out to them. All right.
Dirty time.
Dirty.
Dirty time.
Dirty talk.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty Dan from Dirty Queensboro. We got the dirty talk coming.
I like it when you talk dirty, when you talk.
Dirty time. Dan, give us the dirty we've been waiting for weeks.
What's going on, guys? We are back on the Dirty Talk with Dan Nandez. There was a lot of sports happening. NHL's finishing or done. NBA just finished tonight. Euro's done. PGA's done. The Dickety and the Dirty Talk had to take a little break to get all this news in, but we are back. I'm going to start off again with another apology. I said it earlier. CP3, Chris Paul, Pheonix Suns. I was going to guarantee that you guys were going to win. Called you raising the MVP, doing what Steve Nash couldn't do, Charles Barkley. You know what? My apologies. The Black Cloud has come at it again. But you know what? Let's get right into it. Some dirty things have been starting to come up. And as always, there's always going to be dirty things in the NFL. We're right around 2 weeks away from the preseason. Richard Sherman. Oh my God. That's got to be the talk of the town for the last few days. He went off the rails. What is going on with Richard Sherman? I don't know if he had a domestic dispute with his wife, if he's pissed off that he can't get signed anywhere. Maybe you should get an agent. And he just breaking down or trying to break down the door of his father-in-law's house. I don't know who is holding that door shut, but maybe the Jets should sign him. But in jail, released with no bail, and I personally think that Richard Sherman's career is over. Who's going to sign him? We are, NFL is not wanting any type of this type of negativity. No team is wanting this type of negativity, and I think this is personally the end of Richard Sherman. Sticking with the NFL, Dwayne Haskins, signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers, was in Vegas with his wife celebrating their anniversary. And we all know in Vegas, we get a little wild, Sin City, parties, the lights, the alcohol. He made an oopsie. He left his wife and decided to go early to the club with the boys. She knocked him out. She Money Mayweathered him, knocked his tooth out. He went to the hospital. She got charged. She got charged in Vegas with assault. Ain't that a change of pace? A female getting charged with assault. Wow. All I got to say is the excitement of the NFL is near. Aaron Rodgers, he turned down a max contract extension, 2 years, going to make him the highest paid NFL player. Clearly, it's not about money. So Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, honestly, just don't even show up. Don't play for the team. At least they can sign someone and plan for the next season. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Dirty Talk this week with Dan Nandez. Hope you have a fantastic evening. As always, stay dirty.
Dirty time. I gotta say, we waited 2 weeks. Could have been a little dirtier, Dan. Could have been a little dirtier.
Oh, I'm saving it, Govik. The summer is about to get hot.
It's about to get dirty. Dirty time. No, that was, what was dirty? The Richard Sherman thing. Did you see the video? See the video courtesy of TMZ?
Nope.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah, man,
I
it's
refuse
crazy
to
how quick
watch
they
that.
get these videos.
And it's crazy,
Mike?
like
Let's get
Oh.
into it.
Because I'm a big fan of Richard Sherman, and I respect him a lot. And I don't
even
want
as
to
a
see
49er,
him.
as a 49er, you respect him a lot.
No, as a Seahawk, and I don't want to see him in that kind of state. You know.
You
I think
think he's
it's-
mad, bro? You think Sherman's mad, bro?
He definitely was mad.
He
Can't
was
argue
pissed.
that with that video.
He was pretty mad. I gotta say, he was pretty mad. He wanted in that house so bad.
But oh yeah, 100%. But like we talk about with a lot of these issues, we don't know the whole story. It doesn't look good,
No.
obviously.
No,
I mean, he could be going through some things. Who knows what happened prior to that? But yeah, like I just can't believe how quick TMZ and other media outlets get all these videos and these. They even had the 911 call from his wife,
yeah,
literally
that
like
day.
12 hours after it happened. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they had the call before he was released from jail.
Maybe
Yeah,
if he
man.
had an agent, first of all, he would have been out of jail a lot faster. One, two, probably none of this stuff would have been leaked because he would have had some sort of representative protecting him while he was locked up.
Wow.
No, man, the agent may be about getting him out quicker, but the media stuff. I mean, it was
Okay, so-
ring, it was like one of those Ring door cams. I mean,
Yeah,
any
exactly. So
any
who would have
hacker
had
could
to
hack that.
release that footage?
His wife.
Someone can hack that quickly. too.
Exactly. His father-in-law.
Oh fuck, his father-in-law
It's
did
a
it for
door
100 grand
camera.
or for $1,000
Yeah, They
bucks.
sold it to TMZ. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I would too. If that was my son-in-law, I'd be like, fuck TMZ. Hey, yo, my son-in-law is a star cornerback in the NFL. Would you like to see the video of him trying to break into my house because I fought with him? Here. Oh, yeah. How much? I don't know. 25 grand? Sure. I'll buy a new Mercedes. Boom.
But
There
man,
you go.
all these NFL issues already. I mean, we talk about it all the time. We might need to have an extra episode a week just to deal with the NFL drama once the season gets going here, because
Yeah, the
it's already
national,
coming in very quickly.
I've said it before, the National Felons League. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Dirty time.
Mike, are you insulted that where I'm talking smack about your buddy Sherman?
I'm not a huge fan of you talking smack about Richard Sherman, to be honest with you. But I mean, yeah, I get it because this whole thing went down. But I mean, I said I haven't seen the video, and to me, Richard Sherman's still great. I think he's one of the greatest players to play the game, and I still like to see him teach our players in Seattle, how to study the game.
Hey,
Yeah, I was really hoping for a reunion there.
yeah, well, we'll see what happens there. But what I wanted to mention was what's this about Tom Brady playing with a broken, what was it?
MCL. He was
with
Partially
with-
torn MCL.
partially torn
Partially torn MCL.
Yeah.
Talk about Iron Man. What a fucking goat that
Oh,
guy
he-
is. Oh,
He's obviously a goat.
He's
I
got
wanna
a
give
great O line. He just stands there. It's not like he's
Oh,
running
please.
around like Russell or anything. But
No,
no, that is
because-
impressive. And also, though, it's illegal what they did there. You're supposed
nobody
to
knew. Nobody knew. He didn't
fucking
even.
take their fucking Super Bowl away. Find their ass.
He didn't. He did not know. He was like,
What Super Bowl is this? Is it one against the Seahawks?
No, this is
No, this is
last
the one-
year.
the one where he played for the
Just won.
Buccaneers.
Shit.
But yeah, take that one away too. I'm pretty sure I could dig something up, Mike.
Deflate Kate that time. What was it that year? It was something.
It's always something, man. It's such a
No, it
cheater.
was nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I
they
know what it
didn't
was.
run the ball when they
It was
should have.
Pete Carroll's fucking stupid overthinking the situation that lost that Super Bowl.
He
We could
tried
have a
to
whole show
outcoach
on
Belichick.
Brady. We could have a whole show on Brady cheating.
Oh, come on,
But
man.
anyways,
He's a goat. He's the goat.
speaking
He's
of other
like-
quarterbacks, though, we're getting off track here from Dan's dirty talk here. The Rodgers situation, man. I'm not drafting him this year in fantasy.
Oh,
until this,
he's dead to me. I drafted
sorted
him
out.
last year. Even never mind any of this bullshit that's already started this offseason. He's dead to me from last year. I had him and Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams, stud.
The fact that he turned down that 2-year extension, which would have made him the highest annually paid NFL player in the league, shows that there's major issues well beyond the scope of of being paid
Well, then
with that
why don't you
organization.
hold
It's
out?
the Packers.
Why don't
It's the
you hold
Packers.
out and request a trade? Very simple.
Well, maybe he is. We don't really know his.
He hasn't
intentions
said it.
here.
All
we don't
he's
know his
talked
intentions.
about is how he hates the executive, the GM, and he refuses to play. Well, we're coming up pretty quick to the
Yeah, well,
start of
that's
the
a
preseason.
holdout.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you guys. If you guys pass up on Aaron Rodgers, I'm probably gonna scoop him up, okay, in my fantasy draft. So just so you know, he's not
Hey,
gonna go
just-
very far.
Just this year, if you guys could, can you invite me to the fantasy draft, please, this year?
100%. Mike's hosting.
Oh, is it an in-person draft this year?
It
Yeah.
will be because he
will
has
be,
to
yeah.
host the
Oh.
loser. Party.
He's hosting with pizza and beer for everybody.
Oh, because he lost.
Unfortunately,
is it-
Govik, you don't get to have any beer or pizza because you weren't.
What?
You weren't involved in last year's.
You can stand over the fence. I'll sneak you a
fantasy.
few beers. Govik.
Oh, it's because we're not best friends anymore. I got that taken away
Yeah.
from me. Yes.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to stand outside my room, and we're all gonna eat pizza and beer in front of you. But you know what? You can afterwards. If there's any leftovers, we'll give you some.
Like, can
And
I
if
have the
any of our
crust?
fans and loyal listeners want to join in on this party, do DM us. I'm sure we can find some room at Mike's place.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll love that. So yeah, and you know what? They'll probably give you, the fan, our listener, pizza before they give it to me. Assholes. Fuck's sakes. I can't even have a piece of pizza? Was it pepperoni? Come on. All right. Well, that's our show for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Episode 24, 24 weeks of West Coast Sports Junkies, baby. Yes. Best podcast you've ever heard. At least that's what I think. Thanks for listening. We have, if you want to follow us, we are all of our content, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. It's all on westcoastsportsjunkies.ca. That's with a www in the beginning if you're old school. Old school like Mike. He was, we talked about it earlier, 20 years. He was 20 years ago. He graduated high school, so he's an old fuck. But come to our website, have a look, take a look at our pictures, tell us who the best looking is.
Also, just want to mention real quick, we have our giveaway running, still going strong. We're going to be announcing a winner via Instagram next week. Look out for further details. Still going strong. Obviously, it's for a cooler of some of our local favorite beers, $100 gift card to Morgan Creek. All you got to do is like that post, share the post, and tag 3 friends that you would want to have some beers with. And yeah, good luck. We'll announce the winner next week.
Where is Morgan Creek, by the way, for those that don't know?
It's in South Surrey.
South Surrey. like
Beautiful area.
Morgan Crossing area. Beautiful area. It's always sunny in South Surrey. So do what Ty says. You might get yourself a $100 gift card and a cooler of beer for the day. That's it, folks. Thanks for listening. Have a great night. Adios.
Goodbye.